and welcome back to me playing Dark Souls 2. Last time, Skype call intervened. This time around, I'm in front of Pate. I almost said Patches there.
Hello there. Traveling all alone in these treacherous times. Well, I hope you have a very good reason. Oh, hogwash. Who am I to judge? My name is Pate. I journey hither and thither on a sort of treasure hunt, you might call it. Be careful out there. There's talk of unsavory bandits who prey upon travelers like yourself. Oh yes, you be cautious if you go any farther. There's treasure in there for certain, but the entrance locks from behind. I saw the same design earlier, and it's the same contraption, I'm sure. I was with this warrior, you see, and he insisted that he go inside first. The rather brusque fellow tried to swipe the loot for himself, but it trapped him inside. I still have the gent's ring. I do hope he wasn't harmed. I'll leave this one to you. I'm worried about what might be inside.
Well, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I'm probably gonna end up dying. Ow. I need to get used to this character! Oh my god, the range. The range. The lack of... Alright, that was a bit uncalled for. I could have been a bit more cautious, but let's just say that I've just played with a stronger character and I'm having a hard time getting back into the swing of things with this one. Oh, okay. That apparently was a counter. Not just apparently. I suppose it wasn't, that's it. Help me! Oh, I would love to help you, bro, but sadly, that is not quite something that I can do right now. Okay, there is an ambush here. Yes, yes indeed there is. Hello. Whoa, way to miss! That was a huge miss! Stop turtling! Ow. Okay. It's not like I would have used those any other time, so... Ow. Ow. How did that hit me? 5 frames, or like thereof, to end the parry. Normally I wouldn't go this path, by the way. There is an alternative path to do this. It's much easier. It's much, let's just say, friendlier than this one, but suppose we're gonna do this way. Come on. Open it. Oh! I knew there was more, but I didn't expect them to aggro from there. Come at me, bro! You're kidding me right now, are you? Whatever. We got some aromatic ooze, which is basically the gold pine resin of magic, or rather the pine resin of magic. We get some umber herbs as well as sorcerer stuff. In case we want to do sorceries, we won't be doing sorceries, guys. We won't be doing sorceries. I just want to kill this gentleman without dying, presumably. There we go. One taken care of. The archer himself should not be an issue. There we go. And there should be a third spearman. Yeah. Hello. Brother. I'm behind you. Brother! Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know. This ought to hurt me a bit. Yeah. What up?
Oh, I see you managed to escape. I hope that brave warrior didn't come a cropper either. Be careful out there. There's talk of unsavory bandits who prey upon travelers like yourself. Oh, but you should take this.
White sign soapstone.
It allows undead to call out for help to one another across the fissures between worlds. With luck, somebody will lend you a hand.
Alright, we did get that white sign soapstone, which we can read the description here. Be summoned as a phantom to another world in order to help world's master for a certain time. You will be rewarded with a token of fidelity for successfully assisting the other player. The flow of time is distorted in these lands, and the white sign soapstone allows undead to assist one another. Aromatic ooze, a mysterious sticky substance that radiates a pale white light, applies magic to right-hand weapon. The affected weapon inflicts magic damage for a short time, particularly effective against heavily armored foes or creatures with thick scales. For those that don't know, Aromatic Ooze was present in Demon Souls under a certain other name that was Sticky White Stuff. I'm not even kidding. Let's just say that From's, by the way. That looks humanoid. Let's just say From's joyride of puns continues through the game, so let's just say that. Alright, these guys, they do not have ranged attacks other than firebombs. A couple of throwing knives that will likely wear them down. I don't even know if I can hit that guy from here. Apparently I can! I didn't kill him, that's for sure. There's some treasure there, which I will actually be able to pick. Some torch, as well as... Torch, by the way, is not an item in the inventory. You can find it here. You see this timer over here? This is the torch timer. Every torch you pick up is 5 more minutes, I believe. Hello. Random guy. He has actually an S-dock. He uses an S-dock, so be careful. He can actually bunker down and hit you while his shield is up. We got the mail breaker and an infantry helm, I believe. And these guys here are explosive barrels. We don't want to deal with those. Let me see something. The infantry helmet first and foremost. Helmet worn by Drangling infantry. A piece of basic minimal equipment. At least it's light and easy to use. We also got the mail breaker. The mail breaker has limited reach but a powerful critical attack. Effective against foes donning thick armor or with naturally hard skin, shield piercing, strong attack effect. This weapon is okay if you are a quality build and want to use a dagger. I suppose this is the best one you can get. It is possible the dagger, the normal one, might be still better, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. Yeah, whatever. Really? You're gonna do this to me? I'm being slightly ballsier than I should be. But it is absolutely fine. Do I have arrows? I forgot to buy arrows. Well, if that's the case... and got ourselves some crossbow. Reason why I'm doing this, by the way, be wary of ambush, is because there is also an ambush up here. You see this guy and you're like, hey, I can take this guy down. I'm just gonna go there and hit him. Don't do it. There is actually an ambush. Believe me or not, there is an ambush. Should be joining us any moment now. There we go. Hello. He can... if he doesn't fall off himself, he can usually make you fall off, so do be careful with this guy. He's a pesky bastard. Oh joy. Alright, here we get ourselves some nice halberd. And we are very, very close to our first boss. Despite what you believe, we are. I just want to see something. suppose this will do. This guy's return. And they're hard to get. They're usually very hard to get. So make sure to have a weapon that actually slashes downwards so that you can hit them. We got a couple of Titanite shards, which is always nice. In case we want to buy a second longsword. We also get a large leather shield, which is going to replace my current one for the time being. I believe it's superior in every way, so might as well. Maybe it's a bit heavier, just that. And if you are keen, you will recognize this place. Oh yes, yes you will. We made the whole circle around. Oh yes we did. And we're back here. Ow. Pretend that didn't happen. Alright, there is nothing much else to do but to fight the first boss, but first I'm gonna rest at the bonfire so that I replenish my weapon's durability. Weapon durability works a bit differently in this game. Essentially every time you rest at the bonfire, the weapon durability, or equipment durability, is back to normal. Rings can break in this game too, by the way. Things are prone to break rather fast in this game, so do be cautious of that. That is why actually in the first game, in the final few episodes, I was completely forgetting to repair stuff. Simply because I didn't think it was needed to repair stuff in the first game. I forgot the dynamic. There is a rapier guy here, or rather, a Nestor guy. I don't know what's going on, but there is a certain... Ah, there we go. I thought that maybe I am offline mode, but I'm not. This is mild-mannered Pate, the guy that we aided. Do I have? I do. Awesome. We are going to use this green blossom as well as we're gonna use this aromatic ooze to make our attack stronger against the first boss. Let's do this, Pate, you and me. Hey, he looks like those trees. Could what Malancha said be true? Alright, the last giant is, as a matter of fact, a very similar boss like the Iron Golem. Ow. He does not have a grab attack as far as I know anyway. He stomps and he does swipes like that. You can lock onto either of his legs. At half health, he breaks off his arm and uses it as a weapon. So do be careful. But other than that, rather easy boss, which was actually nerfed before the PC release. Thanks, Pate. Much appreciated. It was nerfed in the PC before the release of the PC version. Used to do a lot more damage, but it wasn't a hard boss by any stretch. Just be careful what he does. I suggest you to not lock onto him. No, I don't want to even comment that. There is no need to comment on that. There's absolutely no need whatsoever to lock onto him. I think you have more mobility if you do not, and just roll away when he's about to do an attack. If he does his hand swipe, stay behind him. If he does his leg stomp, just try to stay away from that leg. Try to rotate between one leg and the other, and you should be absolutely fine. We're gonna rest at the bonfire, which should prompt the lady to leave, indeed. She's gone to Majula. We're gonna meet her there. And there's absolutely no reason for us to stay here for much longer, but there is actually some exploring that needs to be done. Before we do that exploring, though, we're gonna fight the second boss, because why the fuck not? Now, remember that I said close to the wall that I broke for the bonfire, that there is a platform which leads to a boss fight. Well, this boss fight can be accessed another way, and I want to access it the other way simply because Ring of Restoration, very, very interesting ring, which we're gonna use a tiny little bit. Oh yeah, there it is. A protected ring passed down in House Osteria gradually restores hit points. In the sacred land of Lindelt, this ring symbolized prosperity and longevity for the great House Osteria. But the ring is fragile and breaks easily, as if it hates being taken for granted. It doesn't break that easily, actually, that's crap. If it breaks, though, you have to repair it for an absurd amount of money. Like, I believe it costs 25,000 souls to repair it, so rather don't break it, guys. Just don't get it broken. Just don't do it. How heavy am I? 38? That's fine. This gentle spearmen are a bit pesky, but as long as we take it easily, we shouldn't get hit too much. Ow. How the hell did they... How did... I don't know. Just die. Just die. That's what I suggest him to do anyway. The ring is going to, I believe, restore 2 hit points per second, which is quite good. It's better than Sanctus Shield in the first game. It's certainly not as good as the Adjudicator Shield in the Demon Souls game, but whatever. Not all shields can be as good as the Adjudicator Shield, you know? Alright! Is there any reason why I should ask the Supper? I'm gonna live gem up, simply because I want to be certain that I'll be fine. You know he means business when he drops down from an eagle, has laser eyes, as well as a giant sword in one hand. Alright, the Pursuer. Not a hard boss by any stretch, but he has a bunch of tricks that can make him tricky. Whenever he does that attack, I just make sure to sidestep. When he actually sprints towards you, it means that he's gonna shield bash you, so roll away after that. 1, 2... He has a third attack. Try not to get hit by the shield. That's all I'm saying for that. That is one of the rare combo attacks that I almost never see him use, but essentially all about a game of attrition and take it easily. I can be greedy, I suppose, sometimes. I guess I can land 2 hits. Okay, he's not gonna do the full combo there, so it's fine. And believe me, you've seen most of the attacks. Oh yeah, you did. There is one more, which you cannot block. You have to simply stay away from it, or he's going to curse you, and that's not nice. And when he curses, he gets a power-up and can cast spells. Simply. And so if he actually manages to curse you, you might be in trouble. Otherwise, the boss is pretty simple. Do that all day long, bro. Do that all day long. I even staggered him that one time. You can parry his attacks. Again, that is the cursed weapon. Just stay away from him. He shouldn't be too much of a problem. Shield bash. Bash, and... yeah, he hit me that one time. I was too slow into rotating around him. Didn't do the full combo. If If you rotate around him, he's gonna be in a rough spot. Let's just put it that way. He actually managed to hit me there. Ow! What a dick. Okay, okay. I get your point. You're a dangerous motherfucker, and I have to respect the boss. Alright. Ooh, that was kinda close. Try not to get hit by that, guys. Just try. It's rather easy to dodge out of his attacks too, but I could have gone ham there for sure, but I decided not to. Let's take it easy. That was stupid of me. Don't be greedy. Never be greedy and you're gonna have an easy time with this guy. You can actually parry him and use one of these ballista to basically one-shot him. It does about 95% of his total health as damage. It's kind of insane. Hey, there is another one of these, and yes, this is in fact a giant. Nothing happened. There is some amazing treasure down here. Keep your eyes open. This is the treasure. Oh yes, it is. And we're gonna kill this guy. We're not done in the Forest of Fallen Giants. Oh no, no, we're not done in this place. There's one more place we have to go, the Soldier's Rest. But before we do that, we're gonna actually take the hawk, or rather the crow, according to what the Pursuer says. By the way, I should be reading the souls. I will do that right away. Because the Pursuer is actually a very, very interesting character. There is a lot of lore to it, but we cannot figure it out quite yet. Not yet. Okay, first and foremost, soul of the last giant. Soul of the surviving giant who was bound below the Forest of Giants. Many seasons had come and gone, and the giant prepared for his final rest. But his soul remained magnificent, testimony of his former strength. So he has a magnificent soul. And despite all of these seasons that passed, you know, we don't know how long it has been. I presume it has been around 1,000 years, and I will explain that a bit later. Soul of the Pursuer, who lurks in Drangleic. The Pursuer, who seeks the bearer of the sign, will not rest until his target is slain. Use the special soul of the Pursuer to acquire numerous souls, or to create something of great worth. We also got a shield that requires 16 strength. It's really good. Captain Drummond's shield. Even with its embossing terribly worn, this shield exudes pride and authority. An heirloom passed from grandfather to father and then from father to son. Drummond and those before him held this shield when facing those who would threaten their great land. We also got the Sword of Drangleic, Dragon's Sword. Great Sword of Drummond, Royal Army Captain. So he was the captain of the Royal Army. An old and adorned sword, perhaps, but the pride and joy of this venerable captain. An heirloom passed from grandfather to father, blah blah blah. Yeah, I think it's the same description. Also, his armor belonged to Captain Drummond. Drummond's ancestors have served Drangleic for generations, principally as defenders of the great fort, but Captain Drummond is the last in this proud line. So Drummond died. Simply put, Drummond died. The giants cross the sea, and they siege these walls. There are these statues. That was the head of a statue that is right over there. You can see the shield and the weapon there. And you can see there another one of these statues. I think you can see the head of this statue from Majula. Majula being down there someplace. Who is this exactly? Well, it's hard to say. It could be King Vendrick. It might be King Vendrick. But I'm not convinced. For one very specific reason, and that is the shield worn by the statue. Alright, let's go and take a spin with the hawk here. Or eagle. Or apparently crow, according to developers. I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, if it is a crow, we know who it might belong to. That wasn't the sound of a crow, and that is not the face of a crow, though, so... But developers say it's a freaking crow. What can I say about that? Welcome to the Lost Bastille. No, we're not gonna go too far deep into this. No, no, absolutely not. There is a giant mummy there. We're not under-leveled exactly. This area is rather simple in its form and difficulty, but I want to take some looting first. Large Titanite shard as well as a Radiant Life Gem. This guy needs to die a horrifying death. After that is done... So good! Any survivors? There were dogs, by the way. The same dogs that you know and love from the first game. They're a bit easier to kill in this game, but still quite pesky, so don't underestimate them. And in this chest is gonna be a ring that I'm gonna very much use. By the way, we got a ring of blades that I haven't checked the description of from the pursuer. Remind me to check it now. The ring of blades is molded after the Mad Knight of Alken's weapon of choice. Increases physical attack. The kingdoms of Alken and Ven long ago flourished on these very grounds. They were both founded by the same man, but were reduced to rivalry and spite. Alken and Ven. Alken and Ven. A silver ring depicting the snake, both the servant and manifestation of the god of greed, Xandro. Greed is traditionally viewed as a vice, but only a fool allows that to ruin a good opportunity. We are going to use that ring, and we're going to unequip one of these rings, I suppose. Let's add... Oh my... Is it just me or... Oh my god, the hands! It's not just me, right? The hands are completely deformed, aren't they? I don't know. I want to put the gloves back now that I know how bad they look. That way, I would like to reduce my carry weight to below 40, but... Nah, screw it, let's go with these two rings. I really don't need the other two rings, it's a minimal difference anyway, so... Not interested by any means. Alright, up here. We also got an antiquated key, which we're gonna check the description of. This guy, I swear to God, I thought they were backstabbable. I swear I thought. But they're not. They're not. Maybe they are, just that the window is very small. The ring, the antiquated ring. This key is very old, but in very good condition, such that it should still function. Only what lock does this key fit? Good question. Soldier key. Key to the soldier door in the forest of fallen giants. A fort was erected in the forest to face the giants, but now the soldiers are lost and hollowed. They are enfeebled, but not without honor, and continue to steadfastly defend their country. So despite the fact, basically what they are trying to say is that hollows still retain their previous identity. If they were to guard, they will still guard. Hello, girl.
What is it? I don't know you, and you don't know me. Things are better that way. You are an odd one. Normally, people keep a safe distance when they see this mask. I'm called Lucatil. From the land of Mira to the far east, across the mountains. They say Drang Lake brims with powerful souls. and so I came to claim my share. But what a strange place. Even the rumors did not prepare me. You are an odd one indeed. I've always made a point of avoiding people, while you've made a point of engaging me. I can see that you are mid-journey. If you require assistance, I will help you. I come from Mira, a land of knights. My sword is always ready. Don't hesitate to call upon me. You are an odd... Well, I can see... I come from... Don't hesitate to call upon...
Alright. Quite an interesting character. Notice that I also called her girl without knowing if she was a girl. Because I knew she was a girl, simply put. She is possibly my favorite NPC. The day that will go without interruption is gonna be a great, great day. What was I talking about even? Look at Teal. She has a lot of story behind her, don't you worry. But we'll have to do some very specific things to keep that story intact. Let's put it that way. Ow. Yeah, well, whatever floats your boat, Mr. Giant Man. Whatever floats your boat. Just gonna go a bit down here because there is some looting to be done, as well as a bonfire. And then we're gonna go back to the Forest of Fallen Giants. Actually, we're gonna go first to Majula. To level up. Because I have a lot of souls and I don't want to lose them. Oh, I don't want to lose them. Hey. Bro. Come back here. That is a grab attack, by the way. He really wants to grab you. I don't know how I went through that without getting hit, but I am glad. Alright, I wanted to drag him away from there because there is this explosive barrel that I want to kick that way. Sometimes it doesn't explode, and in that case I had a firebomb ready. But this time around it exploded, so everything is fine. Here we're gonna find another smith, which will not have services from for a while.
Oh, why can't they all be this easy? We've got a wild one here. Shape up. Shape up, I say. Oh, that's it, yes. That's the way. Dear flame, how brightly you burn. I ought to fetch a new ember. Flame, dear flame.
He is completely enamored. How do you say that word? He loves his fire, so fire we shall give him. He's sitting on a chest, and if you light this torch, he is actually going to go and work on his anvil. He will not offer us any service yet, until we find him an ember. He will not. Which is the front of this chest here. Perfect. None of this is trapped, by the way, so I don't know why people die here. Just no clue whatsoever. We got several large shards, normal shards. Here we're gonna get, I believe, his hammer. Yes, the craftsman's hammer, as well as some twinkling titanite. And I believe iron arrows and heavy bolts as the last two chests. It just gives you an idea of what he's gonna sell us. Let's check the craftsman's hammer, shall we? It's this one. Looks like a typical hammer, but is in fact incredibly sturdy. Some say it was the hammer used long ago by a famed blacksmith of yore. How good is it as a weapon, actually? It scales C in strength, it doesn't scale in dexterity. It's not that good, but it could be useful, I suppose, in certain situations. Let's go back to Majula.
Bearer of the curse. Seek less.
She just repeats that. She's like a broken record, guys. She just repeats those lines. I want to level up my strength and dexterity up to a certain point. Presumably... Wait, what was it? 9 and 11 strength and 9 dexterity, I believe, for longsword. So I need at least 15, 14 probably, and 18, something like that. We're also gonna level up our vitality and our endurance a bunch. There we go. Yeah, that should be good. We get more endurance, we get more carry weight, we get more strength. The reason why I did that, well, other than the fact that now I can use this shield, which I don't know if I will actually, but the reason why I did that will be clear to you.
I'd given you up for dead.
Alright. I'm gonna buy a second longsword here. And we're gonna upgrade our own. We can upgrade it to +5. That's gonna be good enough. For the time being... Oh, it's 10 strength and 9 dexterity. Fair enough. We're also gonna level up this one. As much as we can. +1!
I'll be around if you make it back.
I'm presumably gonna consume some of this. Yeah, let's use all of them. Should give me a bit to use more on upgrading that other longsword.
What?
Reinforce weapons. Use this one. I'm not gonna upgrade it to +4 yet. I'm gonna keep it here for the time being.
I'll be around.
Alright, thanks, not Andre, Lenigrast. So yeah, I can dual wield weapons just fine and use this attack to attack. But if you have 50% more attributes than what the sword requirement is, or the weapon requirement is, with some weapons you can enter power stance. By using the left 1 and left 2 buttons, you can have special attacks that uses both weapons. That's the normal attack, and this is the strong attack. They do severe damage, they do huge damage, and also it looks cool overall. So that's quite cool. But we're gonna keep ourselves with the shield most of the time. We're probably gonna do a power stance for bosses.
Oh, you again? Go on. It's on the cheap for you.
What a sweet lady. What a sweetheart she is. I'm gonna buy this. And I'm also going to buy some of these. You never know when you need fire bombs, guys. You never know. Actually, this is rather light and not that bad. Well, rather light is not the right term there, because 7.7 is the same weight as my Falconer's armor, that's for sure. So we're gonna keep our current gear. Can I go into this shield? Ah, so close, yet so far away. Let me think. Should I do this way? Whatever, we're gonna have a bit over 50%, I suppose. I'm not gonna equip any of these rings. They're junk. They're junk, I tell you! Let's go back to Cardinal Tower. There's a bunch of things to explore yet, and therefore we're gonna use a torch, because the place where we're going to is rather dark. Going up ladders and down ladders will not actually extinguish your torch, by the way. Only if you two-hand your weapon and some such will actually extinguish it. Rolling into water will also extinguish it, so that is actually a nice piece of detail added to the game. Notice one thing. Those are bones, aren't they? And we know that actually bones are used as fuel for bonfires. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but, you know, it's something. This is one of those hallways shown into the demo of the game, I believe. Same enemies, same dynamics, different lightning, but what can you do about it? You can see that I'm actually wrecking the shit out of these old ironclads. I really am, which makes me happy. Like firebomb, some homeward bones. The strong attack, one-handed strong attack isn't as fancy as it used to be for the longsword. This is not a bastard sword. Let's light this up. You have to admit though, even if the light effects were actually diminished in the released version of the game, it still looks gorgeous. The shadows of the game just make it so pretty. That was a huge mistake there from my side. I got too greedy. Way too greedy. Okay, I won't need the torch anymore, so I'm gonna go to my Dragon shield here, which is actually really good. Swear to God. I'm better than this usually. There we go. I said that also for the first game, didn't I? Whatever. Okay, this zone. Alright, so there is an archer there that we want to take care of. The good old archer way. Well, if he uses bow and arrow, I'm gonna use bow and arrow. Please don't fall off. Don't let this be my first death. I don't know where I'm stepping at, so... Ow. I'm gonna use an Estus. There isn't many enemies left, and those that are left aren't that hard to kill either, so... That's the 4 combo attack. Always be careful when that one happens. Also, I need to be careful because there might be an ironclad coming from the side. I don't like that. Apparently no, that guy wasn't coming, so that's fine. Alright. And I want to show you dual wielding, power stancing. Because it's really cool. I'm gonna use it against the ironclads up top here. There's 2 more ironclads up here, and there's 2 more to take care of. So I might as well. Oh, no. You have to hold the button for two-handing a weapon. There we go. Quite fancy stuff. I like it. I can always use only one weapon. It's easy to swap between the two. That's what I like about power stancing in this game a lot. Cracked red eye orbs, as well as Soul of a Nameless Soldier. It isn't unheard of that you might get invaded here, by the way. This is one of the locations for the stress test, I believe, that took place before the game's release. And down here, we're gonna find a nice weapon, the Bastard Sword. Which I cannot one-hand yet, but I won't even be using it in the first place, so there's that. Yeah, how about no? He can sometimes raise his weapon up in the air and... oh, he hit me there once, but... Yeah, I got hit there. Not the end of the world by any stretch. Just drink and you'll be fine. Alright, one more. Swing to me, bro. Swing at me. That's not a swing! I would be ballsier, but I just wanna do this attack. Oh no! Ooh. Speaking of being ballsy, I mismanaged that stamina like a champ. You recognize this one. We discussed it last episode. Amber Herb and Green Blossom. We're gonna get an armor that is actually very much known to us in this chest. leather armor and the hunter's hat. And you know what that hunter hat is all about, guys. You know it. A leather hat with large brim, traditionally used by bow hunters. The hunting goddess Evlana was no goddess at all, but rather a brave and highly skilled bow huntress. Long after her demise, the passing of Flor transformed her into a deity. This is probably not the same person as Faris. It might be just renamed, but Faris is a guy, but we get his hat of a female. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Swear to God, From likes to joke around that. There we go. Now I can do that. Can I use this? These ones are better, and I can absolutely use them. Also gonna use these gloves. So yes, we're going up with our standard leather armor, but I'm quite fine. There's gonna be our bonfire, the last one that we can get in the forest. There's gonna be this one, a giant rest in peace here. This one is a very interesting giant. Every time you get invaded, there is a 10% chance that this giant might grow a seed of a tree of giant. So if you get invaded, check this frequently, because you might get a seed of a tree of giants. And I believe, if I didn't miss anything, and I might have missed everything, this is it for the Forest of Fallen Giants for now. So that is awesome. I love this bonfire. Soldier's Rest. Very, very poetic. Soldier's Rest. Alright, let's go to Majula. I could level up once, and I think I will. We're gonna level up our...
Bearer of the curse seek lest the...
No. I cannot upgrade my Estus Flask. I want to level up. I will level up my adaptability, which increases my poison resistance, hit points a bit. Everything increases hit points by a bit, plus vigor by a lot. Adaptability, and I will... also, this increases your resistances, agility, and poise. Poise is a bit trickier, though. I have 9 adaptability, and I have 10 endurance. If I try to level up endurance, my poise won't level up. But if I level up my adaptability, the poise will level up. Essentially, you get poise only by leveling the lower attribute of the two. It's like faith and intelligence for dark, but not fire. Physical defense is very useful in this game because it makes your armor scale better. It is leveled up by, I believe, dexterity, strength, endurance, and vitality. Yeah. Alright. They level it up all a bit. They don't have to be leveled up together to level it up, like, you know, poise does, the natural poise. We're gonna go with adaptability because I like adaptability, and I'll probably level it up to 20 or something like that. I intend to keep my strength and dexterity to maximum level, and I probably will level up my attunement to at least 10 or 13 maybe. We'll see. Either way, thanks everyone for watching, and until next time, be well. Bye! That sounded more like a throwing up.